How happy is the blameless vessel's lot, the world forgetting by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted and each wish resigned. Every time I watch this movie, I learn something new about myself and something new about love. The whole movie towers upon the foundation of memories and how important memories are for love to exist. In fact, memories are the threads in your brain that are tied to a person by which you perceive and understand them. The movie is about bringing together two polarized characters and the friction that occurs when the two souls unite. However tragic the movie is, the love, chemistry, and connection between Joel and Clementine is inexplicable. Credit to Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey for their performance, but Michael Gondry and Charlie Kaufman knew exactly what they wanted.
Love children. I'm creative and smart, and I'd make a fucking great mother.
Films always provoke a certain kind of emotion, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a whole emotional roller coaster in itself. The supposed sci-fi is one of the most appreciated love stories of its age. Many aspects of the film are controlled to provide a desired effect and get a desired emotion in the viewer's mind. Kudos to the planting and payoff. The first half was completely about planting hints, and in the second half, those hints paid off. Every minute detail had meaning. For example, here is Joel almost getting hit by a truck before he lost his memories of Clementine. And in this scene, when they're running to Lacuna, that's the exact same memory. When it comes to editing, since the narrative is non-linear and mostly reverse chronology, each scene is stitched with different editing tools. As the story progresses, the viewers start to feel empathy for Joel and relate to his emotion more and more. Why I would call it an emotional roller coaster is because at a point in the film, due to the pacing, you find yourself feeling the same things as Joel. Watch how the edits get faster and slower to build tension or just to project what Joel's feeling.
Journal would be invaluable.
I met someone tonight, oh Christ. I don't know what to do. Her name is Clementine and she's amazing. I don't know her name, Clementine.
Whoa, Jesus. Come on, careful.
What?
Step back.
I particularly liked how sound from the previous shot or next shot sort of stitched the scenes for a desired effect or emotion in the audience's mind. Here's how Michael Gondry tackled the willing suspension of disbelief. Gondry wanted the whole movie to be shot in practical locations under practical lighting conditions. Much to the contradiction, most of the story is unreal or unnatural, as in it doesn't happen in everyday life. But the grainy, tinted, filmy feel, even the handheld shake that is produced in the film, makes it feel very real. It had the human touch to it. The kind of transitions used in this movie are not transparent film language, but they still manage to keep lighting sources naturalistic at the same time. Ellen Kuros recalls her experience to be not so hearts and flowers all the time. She was working in a field of limitations. She had difficulty lighting the set as there wouldn't be enough space to set up lights with two cameras rolling. Gondry wanted his actors to be in the moment, so he would want to shoot the whole scene in one shot. With two cameras covering a master shot and not enough rehearsals, Kuros found it very difficult to have perfect cinematic lighting. However, she understood what her director wanted and why he wanted it, so she found smarter ways to light up the scene. She got her gaffer to hide lights behind the furniture. They used refrigerator bulbs, small bulbs on hand dimmers, and even lamps. In many scenes, the viewers understood only as much as illuminated. This part of the film was inspired by a French film, Le Boucher. Gondry insisted on this for two reasons. One, that it was a representation of a memory and not everything in time and space is perfect to detail. Two, he wanted his audience only to comprehend what they can see. In a way, it created a set like we were actually in a memory or in a memory of a memory. Although Gondry wanted the whole movie to be shot in practical locations, the movie was mostly unnatural, so shooting in a studio would become inevitable. The script demanded some visual effects to make it more believable. It was an important tool for willing suspension of disbelief. In this scene, where there is a boy hiding under a table in a period kitchen, Jim Carrey had to act in an oversized set of that kitchen. The shots were masked and stitched to scale. They even placed one part of the set farther from Clementine to fit it in one shot. The film was shot to the eye, and that's what Gondry was hoping for. Kuros loved the contrast and the grains in the scene, and was particular about that. The whole film, even though somewhat bittersweet, it had a sense of cold throughout. Even when Joel and Clementine were living through their happy memories, The cold in the snow and the blue tint was kind of a reminder in the back of my head that the memory wouldn't last much longer. The scene that had me pegged the whole time was the scene where Joel and Clementine are on Frozen Charles in the initial half of the movie. It was shot from a bird's eye view and the lake had cracked. The symbolism in that shot had me fall in love with the movie all over again. What the team of Eternal Sunshine could achieve is highly inspiring to me. The fact that the cinematographer was a woman and that most of the shots and scenes were shown from a woman's cine style was interesting to me. I love how mise-en-scène had a lot of symbolism to carry the narrative forward. What was supposed to be a sci-fi became one of the best romance films of all time. The ending scene had jump cuts that symbolized the story was a loop and that no one is ever truly spotless.
I need your loving. Like the sunshine.